It's not a Rhodes, it's not a Wurlitzer, it's not a Clavinet, but it's somewhere magically in between. And that's what we're going to talk about today, the Amped Elektra for HALion. Okay, we're back, and this is Simeon for PraiseTracks.com. And we all know that Hohner was very instrumental in creating some of the most iconic sounds for the music that we love to listen to today. And the Electra Piano is a lesser known of those keyboards, and it was Hohner's attempt to create an electric piano for the home. And it basically was like a size of a spinet. It had a little shorter keyboard, but what made it different was that it used what's called an asymmetrical tuning fork as its tone generator. So whereas the Rhodes used metal tines and bell-like, the Wurlitzer used like metal reeds, which gave it a different character. The Clavinet was, plugged strings, like almost like a harpsichord. But the Electra piano, with this different approach, it just created just a very different type of sound that couldn't be necessarily classified with all the others. It just kind of stands on its own. And so that's what Steinberg has done. They've brought us this really interesting instrument as a library for HALion and HALion Sonic, and it can even run on the free HALion Sonic SE player. So we're going to dive in and we're going to play through the patches and just uncover what made the Electra piano so unique and so cool. Okay, so you can see that we have the Amped Elektra loaded into HALion Sonic. And it is really interesting because you can see you have different outputs like a DI, tube amps, tower, the twins. The different amps were mic'd using different mic configurations, different tube amps and condensers and that type of thing, which give it that really cool sound. And you can combine the signals to do that even more. And as we go through the patches, we're going to discover more of what makes this really cool. So I've pulled up Ballad Tines. It's the first preset. And right away, you can hear that different sound. It's kind of like a fluty type of sound to me. It's kind of got a hollowness to it that also gives it a really cool character. So. Okay, so that's Ballad Tines. So let's go ahead and open up and go through some more of these barking twins. Okay, and you notice the pedal noises, and you can adjust those here. So the pedals and the releases and that type of thing. So this is barking twins. We can increase the bark by turning up the bark. So we're going to go to Bottled Message. And sometimes I like to turn those pedal noises down a little bit. And you can hear some swirling going on, and it's the tremolo, and you've got the effects section here with equalizers, and you've got a little distortion going on, and the reverb. We've got some chambers and plates. And you hear what I'm talking about, just that really interesting sound signature. Okay, Bread and Butter. And this one is using the towers, the tower. And they went ahead and extended the range because the original Electra Piano was not an 88-note keyboard. It was a little smaller. Okay, bread and butter. So let's go on. So they give you a set of presets that are just clean without any processing, just so you can just hear the natural and raw sound of the instrument. So here we go. This is the clean DI. And you just can hear more of the detail and the quality of how these tones are being generated. So that's the clean DI. And this is just the tower by itself without any additional effects or processing. Because all of the different amps and all the different miking techniques that they give you here, it's going to give you a different tonal color, different options for just getting the most out of these really cool sounds. So this is just the tube. And they call it the tube because they're using tube microphones in these cabinets in particular. So here we go. This is the tube. Yeah, and you can hear that. You can hear the different character in that tube. Wow, that's pretty cool. It's that gritty distortion and just character in that. So here we go. Okay, now this is the twins. The twins. And there you go. You can just go ahead and hear another character, a different character with that. Yeah, and one of the reasons that, you know, it's kind of taken me a while to get this video going because I've been having such a fun time just kind of playing through it because it is so unique, and that's what just kind of makes it fun. It just makes it a lot of fun. Crunchy funk. This is crunchy funk. Let's see how crunchy we can get this. Okay, so I want you to look at the pads down here. So these are chord pads. And so what we can do with these, and I've been having some fun with these, so we can right click on these and it'll let you assign the trigger notes. So I've pulled that up. I'm going to learn the trigger note and I'm going to just hit the C down here. So I'm going to hit the C, and so now that assigns that chord, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing. Let's just do these. And then the bottom row, you have your inversions. So I'm going to learn these to like the black notes just up here. Learn the trigger note, and there we go. So now when I go back and I'm triggering these, so that kind of gives you just some fun ways to get started with something here. So let's just see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a lot of fun. So that's fun. You can set those up, and then once you learn those key assignments, you can save those to your own preset. So that's Crunchy Funk. So let's keep going. Deep diving. And let's take a look. So we've got the tube turned on, and let's look at the effects. We've got phasers, reverb, and some little distortion. It's just really cool and swimmy type with that phaser. Okay, let's go on. So delay on a plate. And I love it that they've given us all of these really cool presets to start with. So this is the DI by itself, and we've got some EQ and delays and reverb going on too. So let's check it out. See where we land. And I'm going to try these chord pads again. So we're going to just learn these real quick. And then we've got them down here. Let's see. Yeah. And then they give you all kinds of different possibilities with these. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that fun? That's a lot of fun. Okay, dirty echo tube. That's the next one. And of course, we've got the tube stack going on here. So here we go. Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing, that sound just kind of gets you going. And with the effects and that. Because the effects just kind of help propel you. And I've gotten my DAW tempo set at about 90, and so that's what's being synced with those delays. And let's just see what the chords are. Yeah, they just kind of selected some really interesting combinations of chords to kind of get you started. But you know, I never know exactly where my hands are going to land when I pull up a preset, so it's kind of fun. It's kind of like opening a fortune cookie or some kind of really cool present or surprise bag each time that I load up a preset. So it's a lot of fun. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so let's load up distorted ballad. That's the next one. We've got 12 keys that we can choose from, so let's just see. So this is distorted ballad. I'm gonna turn that pedal down just a touch. Okay, yeah, let's not get too carried away. We've got a lot more to cover here, so here we go. Okay, so let's go to the next one, Dreamer Boy. So it's like a little play on Drummer Boy, but he's standing out there just dreaming, daydreaming. So here we go. Let's take a listen. And here it sounds kind of harp-like. Yeah, it's like strumming a harp type of thing, which is really cool. So here we have the tube and the twins going, with a little delay and chorus, and you got a touch of that really cool plate reverb going. That's got a nice sound to it. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep moving. Driven Groove. Now, you're gonna You're going to notice that all of these patches, they do have the chords assigned to them. The only ones that don't are the clean patches. So, so everyone has just like a little complementary set of chords assigned to those pads that you can really have some fun with. So this is Driven Groove. Let's just take a look. Yeah, and a lot of times the chords are going to be the higher inversions on the lower set. So that's really kind of interesting. So this is, yeah, this is Driven Groove. Let's just kind of play with that. And you can hear that little bark, that little bite that that it has. It's just kind of hitting that tuning fork, that asymmetrical tuning fork. Okay, so this is Electra on tape, and I bet you we've got yeah, we've got a little distortion and reverb, trying to give us like a little tape saturation type of effect. Yeah, so we've got the tower turned on, and that's it. So here we go. Yeah, it gets a little bluesy in there. Okay, Extraordinary. That's those releases. You just hold that pedal down and bloop, it just can pop out. Okay, this is Extraordinary. So let's look under the hood and take a look at what's going on here. Okay, yeah, we've got a ring modulator going on. That's what's giving it that kind of dissonant harmonic there. And you can adjust that. Yeah, and you can hear the beat tones when you're adjusting that down lower on that ring modulator. And it gets faster as you increase the frequency. Yeah, but that's a really kind of a bizarre type of harmonic and frequency shifts going on there. Okay, so let's keep going. Fancy chords. Let's see. Fancy. So let's see. Now let's take a listen to the... Yeah. So, okay, I see G7 flat 13. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do got a couple of fancy chords in there. Yeah, it's just like these really cool inspiration starters. And I'm so glad that they gave us those to kind of play around with. Let's see what that G713 sounds like. That flat 13. Yeah. Yeah. A little theory going on here. So, okay, let's keep going. Far away. So we've got the tube and flanger, equalizer, delay, and reverb. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay. Okay, let's go on to the next one. And thank you guys so much for watching. And all the links are going to be down in the description below. It's just really fun to go through these. So Figure It Out. That's the next patch we're going to take a look at. So it is the tube. So this is like a vintage tube amplifier, and they're using some tube condenser mics on this. So let's just take a listen. So that's it's kind of interesting. Let's just see what the effects are. Yeah, so we've got flanger and EQ and a little reverb. You just need a little touch of that reverb. So this is using a crushed one, and that's what I'm kind of feeling that's kind of like squeezed. It's just, they kind of squeeze the sound here. So let's just kind of mess around with this. Yeah, and you hear that little touch of flanging going on. So what the bark does, it just kind of enhances those transient and attack. So let's turn the bark all the way down, and that's the natural sound. Now let's turn it all the way back up to the other end. So it just allows you to shape those little transients and that little bark. Yeah, the bark. That's really interesting. Okay, so let's keep going. We're doing good. So the next one's called Filtered. And real quick, I like to look at the effects to see what's going on. So, oh wow. So we've got an auto wah on this, distortion, little phaser. And then with these effects, you can grab the handles and literally just kind of swap them around. You can kind of just kind of relocate those. So you can kind of put the flanger in front of the phaser and that type of thing. So let me load this again. You can resort the signal chain, and I think that's really cool. And the drop downs will show you all the different effects. So let's take a listen at filtered. So that auto wah kind of gives a little motion, and it responds to how you play. So that kind of gives you a neat effect. And you can see they've turned the bark all the way down too, to kind of give you a different sound. Okay, funky business and effects. Auto wah here is again with a little phaser and distortion. So. Okay, yeah, and they're just using the direct signal from the DI. And let's just take a listen to what the yeah. Let's just assign these trigger notes. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. I hit the same one twice. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, having the DI version really helps you to get that clean sound, and then you can just push it through the effects and really mess it up a little bit. So this is freaking overtones. Okay, so we've got the twins and the tube. So both of these are reamped using some tube condenser mics. And let's look at the effects. Okay, we got the ring modulator showing up again, little distortion and reverb. So here we go. Yeah, that ring modulator is probably going to be responsible for the freaking overtones. And you get up in the higher register and you can hear those overtones start to kick in a little bit more. They're a little more distinct. And it's like with the Hammond, with the drawbars, you've got the partials, you've got those weird partial harmonics, but when you kind of have it all going together, it kind of just adds a little color. Yeah, it just gives a little color. Okay. Fuzzy lead. And again, all of these except for the clean patches have these, the chord pads. You can just come up with all kinds of interesting things with that. Okay, so let's just kind of play along with this. Yeah, so with the delays and everything going on there, yeah, the reverb and delays and the distortion. And again, that delay, that tempo sync delay. And the distortion has just got a little bit of that fuzz on there, that little little stuff on the edge there, which gives it a lot of good character. Grab the cat by its tail, and I know our cat Saban. I know he would not like it, but let's take a listen. Okay, and I always like to check the effects. So we got the ring modulator again, auto wah, reverb and delay. So let's go meow. Here's see what happens. Yeah, that does sound. And that ring modulator is very. So it's generating all those really weird subharmonic frequencies there. And the chord pads look like they're doing something a little different. Yeah, so they're taking the G's and the octaves and then kind of doing some variations on those two. So you can get into some really weird sound design possibilities with this. Well, that's a little different. How I Want It. And I think I hear the cat scratching on the door. So he might have. How I Want It. Let's see. I Want It with, yeah. Now this, you can hear a little bit of that really nice metallic attack sound. Let's see. Let's find another key here. Now the tower is using a dynamic mic to reamp that. And let's just check out the chord pads. Yeah, you got to resolve that B suspended. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you got to resolve that. And then the effects on this patch, just really pretty simple. Little distortion, delay, and a little touch of reverb. And a spring reverb. You got a spring reverb with that one. So that kind of gives it another character. Yeah, How I Want It. Okay. Jazz Club. Let's go to the Jazz Club. And the DI, they're just using that, and they're got some nice chorus, delay, and reverb. So let's see. And I see some interesting looking chords down here. So we've got C major 7. F7, 9, G major 7. Oh, so, wow, that's a D flat sus flat 9. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's wild. So that's a G alt. That's an alternate G. And it's all those cluster chords and then you can just make it, you can just get really nice and sweet again. All right, cool. So let's go Like a Blues Guitar. Like a Blues Guitar. Now, what can that be? So that's the Twins again. And we got some compression here, delays, reverb, and just a little distortion to kind of. And that distortion, just, you can hear how that just kind of just responds to that dynamic. Okay. And then the chord pads. And I like the way they've given you the different variations on the inversions. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. We're doing good. We've got a few more to go, so thanks for hanging in there with me. It's a great way to just discover if you can you just run through the patches, kind of play with them. It's just a journey of discovery. It's a really cool journey of discovery when you're, and that's the way that you can find out the sound that's going to really fit into the mood that you're in. And so I always recommend just run through the patch list, because that is going to be a way that you can discover what you like. Tag it as a favorite so you can go back to it later, and just jot some notes down somewhere, because that's the way. Because when you have libraries that have so many patches and that type of thing, it's really important to just kind of narrow down things and find out what really inspires you and speaks to you, and especially speaks to the arrangement that you're working on. So let's go back to listen to Longing, and we've got some reverb and chorus. So this is using a dark chamber convolution effect here. So let's listen. That's kind of an interesting and mysterious type of sound. Okay, neo jazz. Neo jazz. Okay, so we've got some, let's just look at the chord pads here. Oh yeah. Okay, so I just kicked on a little Groove Agent 3. It's like it's an older Groove Agent, but yeah, I don't know. I just kicked that on. Let's just see what happens with this. Okay, and let me learn this. Okay, and I've got it doing some randomizations, which are kind of fun. those things are. Yeah. Yeah, that is fun. That is fun. Okay. Yeah. See, you can just go so many places with just this with this piano. It's really cool. The tone, the difference in the tone, it really allows it to fit into different places that you know, the other electric pianos would not fit in. It's just got a vibe about it. Okay. No more. No more. And let's look at the chord pads here. Just some very fat. Oh, yeah. 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 Yeah, no more. And that's got a little compression and EQ and chorus on there, which kind of makes it interesting. Open arena. Open arena. And of course, we've got a big reverb going on and a flanger. So let's see. And you can see that in the sound, you have the extended range selected. So that means that the full range of the keyboard so it's not restricted to the original range of the keyboard. So it just lays it out along the whole length of the keyboard. And you hear that big reverb. Yeah. Very, very nice. And let's just kind of look at the... Yeah, that's fun. Okay, pitch it up. Pitch it up. So let's see. Equalizer, auto wah reverb, little distortion. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty intense. Yeah, that's just really... That is intense. Wow, that is intense. Okay, all right, pulsing power chords. We're in the P's, so we're doing great. Thanks guys for sticking around. And let's, yeah, I kind of had a feeling the ring modulator was in play here again, because that is what gives it some really interesting textures and modulation. So they're really pushing this into some really interesting areas. Radio wah. And so I bet you we've got the auto wah going and reverb and some distortion going on. Yeah, and with that EQ, yeah. Okay, well, let's see. It's in the distortion and stuff, yeah. So it just makes it sound like that real nasally type of sound coming out of a little radio speaker. Yeah. Yeah, so those little dynamic effects really kind of pull you in. Rotary cabinet. And of course, we've got some interesting things going on. Chorus and distortion, the flanging. The chorus. Let's take a listen. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love those effects like that. Just kind of it just kind of swirls around. So this is slow pulsing, and got a little tremolo here, and I love how that goes. So here we go. so you can get those real slow things going. Yeah, and the dynamic sensitivity is interesting. Yeah, okay. Soft spheres. Say that a couple of times fast. Soft spheres. Let's just hit the chord pad real quick. Yeah, some really rich things going on there. And I like it that they've put this with all of these patches here to get you started. So. Yeah, sometimes I'm hearing characteristics of the Rhodes or the Wurlitzers, but it's not any of those. It's just kind of like an unusual situation sometimes. Yeah, soft spheres. So let's go on. Soulful tremolo. And of course, we've got the tremolo and reverb, little chorus and EQ going on there. Yeah, that tremolo just kind of makes it happen. Okay, spring in space. Springs in space. So yeah, the reverb is using that space 3 impulse there. And let's see. Let's take a listen. Yeah, springs in space. And you just hear that nice, those nice spaces in there. Studio in the dark. It just gives you some really nice intimate type sounds too. And you can get a little aggressive too. But it just has a very unique character to it. Cool. So we've got two more to go. So this is Thrill Me. Thrill Me. Wow. So they did a little different. So they've got the higher end versions on the top rows of pads, and then the lower end versions on the bottom rows. And you can just play with those. Just assign them. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So I went ahead and assigned them to my nano key up here. So when you assign it to a note that's in the range of the keyboard, it kind of cancels that out. So let's just, let's see. Let's forget that. Let's just forget that trigger note because we want it to be out of the range. So, yeah. And then you can't assign the same trigger to the... Yeah, you can't assign the same trigger to the same same note. The same pad, you can't assign two pads to the same trigger. That's what I'm saying. I'll get it out there. So yeah, very cool. All right, last but not least, we've got Extra Dry. Hey, we made it. Extra Dry. So this is the tower, and the tower uses that dynamic microphone to get a different tone. And let's see, we've got yeah, Extra Dry means we don't have any reverb, but we've got some compression and equalization going on. So let's take a listen. And let's just check out the trigger pads as well. Yeah, I love those 9s and those 11s. Yeah, I like that. see. So the Amped Elektra is just a fascinating instrument for sure. I'm going to go back to the ballad where we started. So I just want to thank Steinberg for bringing these libraries to us, because were it not for these libraries, you know, most of us would never have even heard of the instrument, let alone be able to put our hands on it and experience it and play these iconic instruments that have shaped so much of the music that we've loved. So until we meet again, this is Simeon for PraiseTracks.com, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thanks.